Hi everyone, welcome. Wait a minute, this is important. Now, okay. Welcome. The new episode of Peter's English Podcast has been started. I'm your host, Peter, and this is Peter's International Women's Day Ramble special episode. Welcome, and we can start with the jingle. That is my work. Let's start. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people, this is my ramble episode. It means that I want to try to survive for 1 hour with the speaking in English without any kind of preparation, like my hero Luke Thompson from Luke's English Podcast, because he likes long ramble episodes that we like all because we like his podcast and we like his ramble episodes, don't we? And you can listen it too. You can find it Luke's English Podcast in my link tree of my favorite English podcast, and I want to tell you about it because you can improve your listening skills in English. Okay, today is International Women's Day. I want to wish you. I want to wish to the to all women in the world a lot of happiness, health, luck, and success, and a lot of romance in the life, and because women are important part of our lives, and who and what and who will care about the man's background? Yes, as a women, because we are men, women's children. Yes, of course. And I have to tell you about Women's Day in my family. I congratulated with my dad, my mom, and my auntie. I gave them a box of chocolate and a bar of chocolate, and we ate. And we ate it all, and we drank a cup of coffee. Yes, it was a perfect Sunday afternoon, and with the International Women's Day. And I did, of course, yesterday. And I have to start that this is, people, my special International Women's Day ramble. And it's only called so, but I don't care. And yesterday I wrote, streamed, and recorded chapter 27 of season 2 of my novel. It's inspired by International Women's Day with Viera and her boyfriend Peter and her whole family, because the last episode is about Women's Day in Viera's life, and all the vampire men went to the pub. They were all drunk, and vampire women were very angry, and they decided to keep them forever and go to the disco. But they were all drunk with Viera, and Viera was drunk thanks to a group of boys who made her drunk, and she showed a rude gesture to Peter, and it was a big scandal of it. But Viera did it, Viera managed it, and the story ended well because it's my sitcom series, Viera the Vampire Diary, that you can read on my petersenglishpodcast.com and on my Wattpad. And yes, Peter, you have to pay for the next year of the premium account of your WordPress is called, the hosting of my website, because I pay for my website, for my com website, and for the premium account that can improve my my website and it is more professional because because I like to do this project, because my novel Viera the Vampire Diary and my podcast, my Peter's English podcast, is my project, and the main most important thing is that this is my hobby. And okay, people, and Peter, try to survive. Try to survive. You have to do it. You have to speak and speak and speak until you fell down on the ground. No, you have to speak only for 1 hour. And let's do. Okay. Let's do it. No. Now, first, I want to speak about the new things that. Yes, people, as you know, I bought for myself new JBL Live 670 NC Bluetooth headphones that are over here. I think they have the same construction as my studio headphones by Dynamic, but they are smaller, and I bought them because I want to move while I'm speaking, or I want to work in the garden, or I want to walk in my garden while I'm listening to my favorite English podcast. And I tried it too yesterday while I was cleaning the house of chicken, and you don't believe but it worked. It worked perfectly. I activated. I connected them to my phone. I activated ANC and it worked. You don't believe me, but I didn't. But the sound, but the noise of my tools that I worked with them, I worked. I didn't hear them so loud as usual. It worked perfectly, and the podcast sounds great on my favorite Pocket Cast app. But you can choose your own podcast app like Spotify. I want to tell you that my JBL headphones works perfectly with my phone, but I discovered that my JBL doesn't work with my notebook. Why? Because it's a gaming notebook that uses simple Bluetooth tools and YouTube music, and the music on the YouTube sounds great, but the podcasts are flat on my YouTube, and Microsoft Copilot explained me that is the problem of the cheap Bluetooth drivers on my notebook, because I use my gaming notebook. Yes, it's a gaming notebook. It was created for playing games. It wasn't created for connecting things via Bluetooth. Yes, if you want to connect something more serious, I mean something that is more cool, like my JBL, I can use my professional biodynamic studio headphones. I can use my gaming headphones, or I can use my JBL Charge 4 Bluetooth speakers that are great for listening. And it's really true. But the main function of my JBL headphones were is using them for traveling, for moving, or for doing chores in the garden while I'm listening, and it works perfectly. I'm very happy that I can walk during the spring and summer outside while I'm listening to my favorite English podcast, and it works perfectly. Yes, I have a little problems with using them because I don't have because my left ear is abnormal. It's a little different, but it's not a problem of the construction. Is the problem with my ears. Yes, don't worry, I can hear perfectly, but my left ear is a little abnormal. but it's not problem of GBL. I wanted simply to tell you my opinions with using GBL, but you can use something different. There are a lot of kinds of headphones that you can buy if you want, and you can choose something for yourself that you like. I only wanted to explain you what works for me. And okay, what else? Peter, try to remember. Yes, of course. Yes, people. On Friday was was the podcast day of Peter's English podcast. That means it means that I published every episode for the last 14 days, and I published 2 storytelling Viera episodes about about my novel Viera the Vampire Diary. I published my 2 ramble episodes that each episode has 1 hour rambling of me without any kind of preparation, and I published 4 Learn English with Peter with the help of AI chatbots, where I share you the chat with Study and Learn mode of Microsoft Copilot, where I learn where Microsoft Copilot is my English teacher, and I'm their student. I use there because Luke explained from Luke's English podcast that if you don't know the gender, use they, and okay, I agree. I agree with him, and Luke is him. Here, of course, I know this. What? Wait a minute, Peter, where you were? Yes, you are recording. Try to survive. Try to wake up. What did you do? I don't know what I'm doing here, but okay, no, I don't know. I know. Okay, Peter, you have to remember. You have to remember what are you talking about. But okay, who cares? Okay, people. What? How to continue? Yes, I was talking about the published day of Peter's English podcast. You can find my new recordings as my official episodes on every good or bad podcast app. But if you want to watch my videos, you can visit my YouTube channel or Spotify, where my full HD video podcast live. And now the statistics of Peter's English podcast, because this is the part from the kitchen of Peter's English podcast, as you know, and we can continue. That I had to tell you a great news for Peter's English podcast, because I discovered that my total statistics of streams or downloads of my Spotify for Creators account are increasing. Yes, really. Now I have 1,896 streams or downloads in general, and that's great. Thank you, people. That means that my total statistics are increasing everywhere except YouTube, where the numbers are the same. And yes, of course, after 1 week, I want to tell you my statistics of Spotify. The most of the viewers or listeners of Peter's English podcast only on Spotify are women in my age. That's great, thank you. And these women are from Slovakia, and Slovakia is the biggest country only on Spotify. But now the best and most funniest statistics of Peter's English podcast in general, and the biggest country where people are listening maybe in this moment, Peter's English Podcast is the United States of America. Thank you guys. Thank you guys that you are listening me in so big country like USA, and it did means that people understand my English. Thank you very much. It's a big thing for me. And the second biggest country where people listen or watch my Peter's English Podcast is Japan. Yes, thank you guys from Japan. You are great. Please continue guys from the USA and from Japan. I'm very glad and I'm very proud of myself that people from the USA and from Japan understand my English, and I hope that you are watching my videos longer than 2 minutes. But this podcast is my official playground for practicing my speaking skills in English and for my novel Viera the Vampire Diary, because thanks to this podcast I really improved my English, and thanks to this ramble episode I can improve my English too. I mean my speaking skills in English, because from Luke's English Podcast is right. Everything is about 5P. Practice, 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 and practice. And thanks to my Peter Sunday ramble episode, I can practice my speaking skills. I had a good lunch today too, and that's great. I've been streaming for 16 minutes. Perfect. Yes, I was talking about statistics, and the third country is Slovakia. Thank you guys. That's perfect. And the fourth country was Brazil. But it's only 4%. But thank you guys and other countries. And on YouTube I have I forgot something. Okay, we can continue with YouTube. On YouTube I have 30 followers. Thank you guys. And the numbers are the same. That means I have more than 6,400 views of my short reels, and I have at my long videos, that means audio and video episodes, have 3,300 views. Thank you guys. And the most successful episodes are audio episodes about my old fairy tales in English. Thank you guys. But I'm not very happy about YouTube because my numbers are not increasing. Okay, I'm not a native English speaker like Luke, but it's not about that. My podcast is my official playground for practicing my speaking skills in English, and these numbers are great for me. I'm a beginner. I'm only beginner because I've been streaming since 24th of June 2024 until now, and I'm discovering and I've been discovering the whole time what is the best for my Peter's English Podcast until now, and I cannot have big success like Luke, because Luke has been practicing. He is not practicing. Luke Thompson from Luke's English Podcast has been podcasting for 15 years. Luke is a professional. He's an English teacher. He's a stand-up comedian. He's a veteran. He's the father of English podcast for learners of English, and I'm only the beginner. But okay, everyone started somewhere, and I'm so happy that I can practice my English with my own Peter's English Podcast, and I like to do it. It's my hobby. And okay, I can continue that I have 11 followers on my Spotify. Thank you very much. And the second most successful is Apple Podcast with 9 followers. Thank you. That's great. And people have found my podcast found my podcast on the internet, and the second place where people always find my podcast is Apple Podcast and other options. That's great. Okay. Okay, people. The next publishing day of Peter's English Podcast is 20th of March 2026. I mean the next Friday of week B after morning shift, when my long weekend always starts, because I have a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of motivation. And the next week is the week A. That means I cannot do my podcast as usual because I work in the afternoon, you know it. And then I want to continue. My plan is to continue with my novel Viera the Vampire Diary, that is on, because the Saturdays are about Viera storytelling, and I'm really looking forward for every kind of episodes that I'm doing, because it's like watching my own movie, and it's always interesting. People, I really recommend you, people, start write your own novel like me, create your own main character that you like. You have to like this character, and please don't stop it. Use inspire yourself and create parody of your own life and make fun of it, because it's the best idea. I have to make fun of it and have fun, because, and yes, create a lot of funny dialogues like myself. And I want to continue, and every Sunday is about Peter's 1 hour ramble episode where I try to survive 1 hour without preparation. I want to ramble 1 hour without any kind of preparation, and this is the best playground for practicing my speaking skills in English. And okay, Peter, don't stop. You can do it. I've been streaming for 22 minutes, and I'm very proud of myself that I'm learning English, because it's my hobby, and I can start that I've been learning English since August 2022 until now. Learning English is my hobby. I live in the East Slovakia, and I like I like watching movies and series in English. I like listening to my favorite English podcasts and audiobooks in English. I like making my Peter's English podcast, and I like to make my own novel Viera the Vampire Diary, and this all kind of activities I called learning English, and learning English is my hobby. And okay, what else? Yes, I have to tell you that yes, I have to tell you about this, that I want to connect with people who like learning English like me. That means they have to support me. They have to follow my podcast. They have to write positive comments. They have and they have to like learning English. They have to have their own English podcast, and they have to have their own English novel like me. I don't. That means that I want to connect with people like me. I don't want to waste my time with somebody who didn't understand me, who make fun of me, and who thinks that I'm crazy because I'm doing these things. For this kind of people who are thinking that I'm crazy, that I'm doing this, I want to tell you in general, don't care. It's my hobby. It's my hobby. It's not your thing. You cannot change it. You cannot stop me. You cannot do anything. It's my hobby and no one can stop me. If you try to stop me, I will fight against you and you are my enemy. That means no one can destroy my dream. No one. And my dream is learning English. And no one can stop me. No one. And I don't want to waste my time with you who doesn't care about me, who doesn't learn English, who doesn't have their own English podcast, and who doesn't have their own English novel. I simply don't want to waste my time with you. I don't want to be bored with you. I want to connect with people who are like me. And you cannot stop me. You cannot stop me. It's my thing. It's my business. And you cannot do anything. Simply go to the hell and bye-bye. But other people who like my content, who wants to support me and who are inspired by my content, you are welcome. But please, you cannot judge me because it's, as I said before, it's my business, my hobby. I don't have any kind of business. Peter's English Podcast is a free English podcast. I want to tell you that is my business. That means it's my thing. And you can write positive comments, follow my podcast, and that's all. And you can read my novel, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. It's a comedy sitcom. And now I can tell you about my novel, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary, as usual, because it's a very good idea. It's the best content of my Peter's English podcast. Thanks to it, I can be rich. I can have more than $200 million. Who knows? Everything is possible. I'm making fun of it. And what else? Yes, I wanted to tell you about my novel. My novel, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary, is a comedy sitcom series on Wattpad and on my website, petersenglishpodcast.com. It's about very beautiful, attractive, very dominant and strict female vampire, Viera, who lives in East Slovakia. I was inspired. She lives with her parents in her castle, and I was inspired by the novel Dracula by Bram Stoker. I was inspired by his female vampire brides that are very beautiful, attractive, dangerous. They can bite you. And I added to my novel. And at first, my novel, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary, it wasn't the novel at all. I started it as my usual fairy tales because my Peter's English podcast used to be only about my own fairy tales in English. But then I decided that Peter, use your Peter's English podcast for practicing your English. It's a very good idea, and I did it. I added new kind of episodes where I'm practicing my English, and I remember that my podcast used to be only audio episode, only had audio episodes. It was only audio podcast, but I did everything only with my phone. It was crazy, and my first episodes were about but then I continue because you have to practice, and I'm practicing until now, and I'm proud of myself because I can improve my appearance, I can improve everything, I can improve my English, and that's great. My first gear was my Logitech Blue Yeti microphone. Thanks to it, I discovered that I cannot connect it to my phone, and I decided to use my old notebook, very old notebook for streaming and recording of my podcast. And I discovered the OBS Studio, and yes, I didn't do it alone. I used to help of ChatGPT. And ChatGPT explained me what kind of microphone is the best for me, and he helped me that I need to use a notebook, and I did it. I used Audacity free software for recording audio on my very old notebook, and I connected my Blue Yeti microphone, and I did it everything without monitoring because I didn't know about it, because I didn't ask ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot, and I did it. And then I decided, Peter, you always wanted to have your own TV show, and I did it. I bought for myself my second stuff, my second gear. That is, wait a minute, no. My second gear was my notebook, my gaming notebook, Asus TUF gaming TUF 1000, I think. Yes, that is a professional gaming notebook with gaming GPU, and thanks to this kind of power, I can use it for streaming and recording my podcast, and it's great. It's a very great tool, and I bought it because it's good enough for cooling it itself and for power of the gaming GPU, and it was created for gaming. That means the quality of the notebook is very good, and I'm proud of myself that I bought it. And the first stuff for the first gear was my Logitech MX Brio 4K webcam that I use for doing my Peter's English podcast. And since buying my new webcam, I decided to do my full HD video podcast, and I did it until now. But Microsoft Copilot explained me, Peter, you have to monitor yourself, and I did it. I bought for myself no. I used my old MP3 Philips earphones, and I learned how to monitor my voice. Yes, it was funny to do it, but then I practice it, and I learned how to do it. But then I discovered, thanks to Microsoft Copilot, that I need to buy professional studio headphones, because I cannot listen in the right way if my voice is good enough. And thanks to buying my professional studio headphone Biodynamic, I discovered that the settings of my OBS Studio and my microphone wasn't good enough. The gain of my microphone was too strong that thanks to it, the whole galaxy could listen to it with the black hole in the middle of our Milky Way galaxy. It was terrible. But thanks to the help of Microsoft Copilot, I changed it in the right way. I discovered Microsoft Copilot helped me with the filters of my OBS Studio, of my microphone, and I discovered that I need to set up the volume of microphone in the OBS Studio if my voice has to sound great, and it sounds great now. And I did it, and I learned that I need to increase the volume of monitoring system of my microphone if I don't want to destroy my body, because it used to hurt when I was speaking like now. But it's all about practicing. I want to inspire you for learning English because everything is about practicing. And yes, people, I want to tell you, I want to simply, I want to inspire you for learning English in my way. You can, thanks to learning English with my way, you can improve your English, and that's great. Create your own podcast. For practicing your speaking skills. It's the best playground for practicing your speaking skills in English, and you can have fun like me. It's not about having success with it. No, it's only about practicing. It's better idea to do your own English podcast than practice your English before the mirror. No, this is boring. But this is the great. And you don't need to do it for a long time. It's about you. And you can do your podcast about your topic that you like. And start your own novel, because thanks to it you can write. You can practice your writing skill that you have to practice too. It's very important. But I use different kind of practicing. I use the help of Microsoft Copilot, and I write, and I always write my Slovak version. It translates it into polite spoken English, and I always try to, and I can learn from the real English text, and I can improve my English vocabulary thanks to it. And it's a very good idea because I want to learn how to from the real English stories, and I created my own English story in real English thanks to Microsoft Copilot. But you can use something else. I mean, you can use Gemini, you can use some ChatGPT or or Microsoft Copilot, and it's great. And thanks to practicing your writing skills, you can improve your output in English, and that is very really important. You can try to write without my way. You can try to write your novel in English, but I think the best idea is writing in Slovak, or I will simply write in your own language. Use the help of AI chatbots that can translate it into English, and you can learn from this English version a lot, because thanks to your own English podcast, you can practice your English now, right? With your ramble episodes, because you have to ramble a lot. You have to practice your English. This is the best method how to do it. And but because you have to practice every kind of learning English. That means every big topic, you have to practice your speaking skills. You can do it thanks to your own English podcast. You have to practice your writing skills. You can do it thanks to your own novel in English, like myself. And okay, I don't write in English. I write in Slovak, but I practicing my English thanks to reading, because I always read, and I can learn from a lot of English vocabulary from the real English translation of AI chatbots that can translate it from my Slovak version, and it's a very good idea to do it. And then you have to practice your listening skills, and this is the biggest problem of a lot of English learners. You have to practice your listening skills. And how to do it? Choose my favorite English podcasts, because they are for listening. They were created for practicing your English. They are for learners of English. You can find them in my link tree. My favorite English podcast are Luke's English podcast, All Ears English podcast, and Speak English podcast now with Georgiana. These 3 English podcasts are for learners of English like you. And you can use, and thanks to them, I improved my listening skills. And please use my method of listening. That means you don't need uh, to only listen to your favorite English podcast, and you don't need to do nothing. You can do everything that you have to do at home. You can wash, you can do dishes, you can vacuum, you can clean dust, you can work in the garden, you can go with your dog outside while are you while you are listening your favorite English podcast. And you don't need to listen to it the whole time. You can simply stop listening. You can listen for in your free time. You can stop listening because podcast apps and YouTube can remember your position without any problem, and you can continue it in your free time again, and it's great for doing it. And thanks to it, you can listen your favorite English podcast how you want. And there are a big and there is a big world of English podcast and English content. Thanks to it is a very good idea. How why is learning English important for you? You have a very big world of English content for you. Thanks to it, you can improve your English, you can improve your listening, and I simply recommend you people. I improve my listening skills thanks to listening to my favorite Luke's English podcast, because Luke is a English teacher, stand-up comedian, and very good podcaster from London. He is doing his podcast for 15 years, as I told you before, and it's about British English and British culture. It's about natural British English as it's spoken, and it's great. You can use Luke's English podcast free episode and his LEP premium for improving your podcast. I always recommend Luke because he's my hero, and I'm a proud Labster, and I'm proud and I'm very proud of myself that I started to listen to it, and I listened to more than 900 episodes of LEP, and that's great. I'm so proud of myself. I've been listening my favorite English podcast since August 2023 until now. And I started from the point zero until this time. But I have to tell you something. Learning English is about, it has to be your hobby. You cannot tell you after 2 years, okay, I'm speaking English, let's do something else. No. It has to be your lifestyle, because learning English is my lifestyle that I want to defend at all cost, because it's my hobby. I like to do it. And I think it's better to listen to your favorite English podcast like watching stupid Slovak or Czech TVs, and it's better like listening stupid Slovak radios or Czech. I'm sorry, but I know that I'm true. That is true that English content is much better and is more professional and is more funny, and you can watch movies and series in English and audiobooks in English, and you can do your own English podcast and write your own English novel, and this is the hobby for the whole year. And you can connect with everyone in the world, because English is an international language. Number one, you can imagine this situation. Where you speak English without any kind of problems, you can have better paid job. You can connect with everyone in the world. You can have new friends, new love. Everything is possible. You can live in every English native country, and it's great. You can visit a lot and see a lot of new things. You can uh, you can simply change your life and the life of your children, and I think it's better than uh, doing driver license and this kind of nonsense if you don't need to do it. But I think thanks to learning English, you can have a very good lifestyle, because the life isn't about money. Yes, now I can continue. The life. I always hear a lot of how to invest. Don't invest your money into properties. Don't invest money into bank products. Invest into yourself, and English is the best hobby for you. Invest in your English. Thanks to learning English, you can change your life forever. And believe me, thanks to learning English, you can connect with everyone in the world. Now you are alone, but thanks to learning English, you can connect with everyone, and that means something. And you can improve your life, and that is a big thing. You can do everything at home what you want while you are listening your favorite English podcast, and it's funny to do it. Believe me, it's really funny. It's better than be on Stiopa, and it's better than chat on stupid dating apps like Badu, Pockets, and this kind of nonsense. Don't be there. You learn English, change your life. This is better, and believe me, thanks to learning English, you can connect with real people, with normal people, and you can change your life. This is real. Dating apps are not for you. You cannot. Yes, you can be there, but this is boring. You cannot be someone normal there. Learn English, change your life, and this is very important for you. And don't use Duolingo. Don't use it. It's stupid. Believe me, using Duolingo is stupid, because you cannot teach it. You cannot learn anything for it. It's only a game. It's only a game. That's all. You don't practice your speaking skills. You don't practice your listening skills. You don't practice anything. You can see. And Duolingo is about only American English. There isn't British English. There isn't any kind of other English. And there is only a stupid short stories. And these stories are generated. It's not real English. Believe me, open your eyes, don't use it. And you don't use any kind of this nonsense, because I used to play with Duolingo. I was thinking that it's great for me. No, it wasn't. It was a waste of time. And yes, dating apps were and are waste of time too. And the best idea is learning English. Thanks to it, you can change your life. Okay, this is like I'm like monk in the church, but okay. Yes, I've been streaming for 48 minutes. Okay, people. The last 12 minutes are before me, because I want to practice my speaking skill for 1 hour, and the time goes so quickly. And yes, I didn't tell you that you can use Spotify. You can use Spotify as your podcast hosting, because it's free. This is the main reason why I use Spotify for creators. It's the best. Is the best free English. Is the best free podcast hosting that is connected to Spotify. It's free. It's really free. Believe me. And it's the best platform for starting your podcast. And because it's really free. And this is the main reason why I'm talking about it, because it's free. Yes, remember, it's free. Okay. And there are not so many free podcast hostings in the world. And the best idea is use Spotify for creators. And it's great. And Okay. What to tell? Yes, I don't speak with any kind of guest. I want to tell you that if you want to be the part of my community, you have to be learning English. It has to be your lifestyle, like for me, and that's very important. And this kind of guests I want to have in my Peter's talk show. Thanks to it, I can improve my podcast because I don't have any guests, and I have free room in my home. That means I can we can talk in the living room of my home, and there is a lot of place for it, and it will be, we can have fun together because I want to stream. Yes, I want to do live streams with my guests, then I want to publish it as the official episode of Peter's English podcast. And this kind of episodes, I mean Peter's talk show, has to be about funny conversation without rules with my friends who are learners of English like me. That means learning English has to be your lifestyle. You have to like learning English. You have to like listening, watching movies and series in English. You have to like listening to your favorite English podcasts. You have to do your own English podcast, and you have to do or make your own English novel for learning English. Because I make my podcast and I make my novel, Viera the Vampire Diary, for learning English. Is the part of my learning of the activities that are called learning English, and these kind of activities are my hobby. Okay, I've been streaming for 52 minutes. Perfect. I'm so proud of myself. And what else? Yes, in the end, I want to tell you the story about Slovak podcast catalogs. I tried to email them, but I don't have any kind of message from them. I hope that I can be there because one of them is the biggest Slovak podcast catalog in Slovakia, and every Slovak radio make ads about it, but they haven't answered until now. And I discovered that there is a section called learning languages, and my heroes are there, like Eliška Krasna from Výuka aj online, Broňa Kas is there. There is every English learner, there is every English teacher from Slovakia or Czechia. Yes, I can tell you about English learning platforms. I was inspired how to learn English thanks to jazykový mentoring.sk. The first woman who started this podcast is an female polyglot Lidka Hricmachová, and she is a Slovak polyglot. She speaks 9 languages, and thanks to her free English and thanks to her free advices on YouTube how to learn English, I improve my podcast. Thank you very much, guys, from jazykové mentoring.sk. You can find her YouTube channel and you can inspire yourself, and if you want, you can use her paid subscription. And the second one is Výuka aj online podcast.cz. The owner is Eliška Krasna. She's a Czech English teacher, and she always creates a lot of interesting, perfect advices how to learn English. You can find her on her website online.cz. You can use her free videos on her paid membership, and yes, and you can use Bronya too. Bronyacast, I mean. He he is an English teacher from Czech Republic too. You can use his videos too, free videos, and his paid membership. And you can, and thanks to this English teacher from Slovakia and Czechia, you can improve your English. And what else is the end of my yes, I'll be streaming for 55 minutes, 56 minutes. That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm so proud of myself that I can do it. Yes, I always talk about my novel. I always talk about learning English. And I always talk about something that happened. And yes, I can tell you, I can continue about one thing that is called be single. Yes, my colleagues always make fun of me that I'm single. Don't care, Peter. Don't care, people. It's not important. Thanks to learning English, it's possible that you can find new friends, because these kind of people are scared that if they stay single, they stay alone. No. It's not true. Thanks to learning English, you can meet new people. You can have a lot of new friends. You can meet a new love if you be lucky. But don't care about it. Simply learn English. And my next friend or my next love has to support me. That means it has to like learning English. Learning English has to be their lifestyle. That means you have to like watching movies or series in English. You have to like listening to your favorite English podcasts and audiobooks. You have to do your own English podcast, or you have to do your own English novel for learning English. Learning English has to be your lifestyle. I want to connect with this kind of people in general, and don't care about if someone makes fun of you because you're single. These kind of people are stupid, and they are bored with their lives, with their marriage, with their children, or who knows what else. Don't care. These people are stupid, and it's not about them. They can talk about every kind of nonsense. Don't listen to it. Don't care, and anyone can make fun of you because you are single, of this kind of stupid nonsense. Don't care about these people. Simply, yes, you have to find motivation why you want to learn English. But I think it's clear. Thanks to learning English, you can open a lot of doors. And simply learn English, have fun. And I want to end this live stream with my slogan. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented, because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people. This is the last minute of the live stream. Follow my content, follow my Peter's English podcast everywhere. Follow it everywhere. Write positive comments in English, because I want to read positive comments only in English. And read my novel, Viera the Vampire Diary. If you don't want to listen or watch me, simply follow me, because it's great. The support of you. Simply support me, and you can find your own English podcast. I know I'm not professional podcaster. I'm not an English native speaker. I don't speak English like native speakers, but that's okay. Peter's English podcast is not the English podcast from an English native speaker. My Peter's English podcast is my own playground for practicing my English, and that's great. I like to do it, and no one can stop me. You cannot stop me, and I want to remember, you cannot stop me. And because learning English is my hobby, you have to support me, and if you want to be in contact with me, you have to like learning English like me. Other people go to the hell. Okay. Oof, that's it. I want to wait until 1 hour, 1 minute. And yes, people, I again want to tell you happy International Women's Day, all women in the world, and enjoy this day. I hope that men are not so bad and evil like you think, because everyone has different opinions. And what else I can tell you? Enjoy the Sunday, and yes, think positive. Life is short. Learn English, have fun with it, and change your life. Because learning English can change your life forever. Thank you very much. And I want to tell you, learn English, be successful, change your life. Learning English is for everyone. Bye bye.